Double Gameweek 24, the first double game week of the season, and I've already made 3 transfers this week. Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Pinnacle, your go-to spot for all things Fantasy Premier League. In today's video, we're going to be going through the best players to transfer in for the double game week, as well as any other chips you might want to use, my very own transfers and team selection for game week 24. But before we do all that, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's do a quick recap of how game week 23 went. I rolled the transfer going into game week 23, which in hindsight may not have been the best play with Kluivert and Gakpo hauls, but we came away with a green arrow nonetheless. 65 points took us from 349k to 326k. A small rise, but as long as it's green I'll take it. In goal, Rare delivered 9 points, while my defence saw mixed results. Gabriel got 7, just as I was losing faith in the Arsenal defence. They come up trumps. Trent Alexander-Arnold got an assist, but Liverpool managed to lose their clean sheet late on, leaving him on 5. He also hit the bar from a lovely strike, so 5 seems like a missed opportunity. Lewis Hall didn't quite live up to the expectation either. Newcastle conceded pretty early on to Southampton, meaning he blanked. In midfield, only 2 players delivered. Gordon managed an assist, leaving him on 5, and my captain Salah came through with a goal. Frustratingly, he would have had the assist if Trent's shot had gone in. Alexander Isak against Southampton turned out to be the correct choice of captain, netting 2 goals to Salah's 1, and picking up all 3 bonus points, but you can't win them all. Speaking of captain picks, and this week is a big one. As I mentioned earlier, game week 24 is a double game week, which means some teams will be playing twice. More chance to get points, clean sheets, goals, assists, and bonus, so this is a big opportunity to boost your rank. The teams playing twice are Liverpool and Everton, so be sure to target those players from those teams for your transfers. In my opinion, these are the best 3 to target if you don't already have them in your team, and they all belong to Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Cody Gakpo, and Mo Salah. I'll go into a bit more detail why later on in the video, but before that, let's talk about a little chip called Triple Captain that some of you may still have in your back pocket. I myself used it earlier on in the season, but if I still had it, I would definitely be putting it on Mo Salah this week. All the chips are most effective during double game weeks, so if you still have a number of them, there is likely only going to be 2 more double game weeks this season to make the most of them. Alright, let's dive into my top 5 picks from each position this week. These players are the ones I think will deliver the goods during this double game week. First up, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. As we've already discussed, Liverpool have 2 matches this game week, and Trent has been in excellent form lately, delivering attacking returns as well as clean sheet potential. He's the defender with the highest expected goal involvement in the last 6 weeks with 0.43 per 90. If you don't own him already, now's the time to bring him in. Next up is Virgil van Dijk, another solid Liverpool defender with the potential for clean sheets and goals from set pieces. He's always a reliable option, especially in a double game week. Third on the list is Gabriel from Arsenal. Maybe not ideal to bring him in this week versus City, but definitely a good long-term pick. At number 4 we have Palace's Munoz. He's third behind Trent and Guardiola for expected goal involvements per 90 over the same period with 0.34. Palace also have one of the more favourable fixture runs at the moment. And rounding out my top 5 is Kirkes from Bournemouth. Bournemouth are one of the most informed teams in the Premier League, and after the Liverpool game this week have a great fixture run going forward with Southampton and Wolves in the next 3. Let's move on to the midfield. My number 1 pick is Luis Diaz. My favourite 3 Liverpool players are Salah, Trent and Gakpo, but this guy is a close 4th. The fact he isn't travelling with the Champions League squad midweek is a good sign for minutes also. At number 2, we have Brian Mbeumo from Brentford. He's top 5 amongst midfielders in expected goals, goal involvements and big chance categories, and Brentford again have one of the best fixture runs coming up. Third, we've got Bruno Fernandes. You can't go wrong with him. He's consistently involved in Man United's attack and is by far their most creative player. Number 4 is Phil Foden. Looking like he's back to the form of last season, he's returned 5 games on the trot, and he has the most big chances per 90 of all midfielders over that period. Lastly, we've got Justin Kluivert. He's coming off back-to-back double-digit hauls, and after the Liverpool game, the fixtures become a lot easier. Moving on to the forwards, first up is Cody Gakpo. Liverpool's double game week means that Gakpo is one to watch. He's been finding his feet in the Premier League this season under Slot, and his role in the Liverpool team actually makes him the most creative of all forwards in the game, topping both expected assist and big chance creation metrics. Next, we've got Alexander Isak from Newcastle. Still the best forward in the game despite Newcastle's fixture difficulty increasing, and will decimate your rank if you don't own him and he hauls. At number 3, John Philip Mateta from Crystal Palace could be a bit more of a differential pick. He's a great option all round and he takes Palace's penalties. Fourth on the list is Johan Visser. For the same reasons as Mbeumo, he's a great option, and I don't think doubling up on Brentford's attack is a bad option going forward. He's only behind Isak and Haaland for expected goals per 90 over the past 6 weeks as well. Ollie Watkins rounds off the top 5. He's been chipping away lately, getting returns in the past 3 weeks, and with Wolves and Ipswich in the next 2 fixtures, looking like a good option. Now, let's talk about my transfer plans heading into Game Week 24. And as I said at the start of the video, I've already made 3 transfers this week. Pedro is out, and I'm bringing in Cody Gakpo to capitalise on Liverpool's double game week. It may seem like a reactionary pick after his 16-pointer against Ipswich, but I'm sure a lot of managers were looking to pick him up for the double game week regardless. Bruno Fernandes is also out, and I'm bringing in Bryan Mbeumo. He's been on fire lately, and I'm hoping that he can continue that form with the upcoming fixtures. And finally, I'm moving out Anthony Gordon and bringing in Justin Kluivert to allow the funds for the move from Pedro to Gakpo. As for captaincy, it will 100% be locked on Mo Salah to capitalise on Liverpool's double. Lots of managers will be playing their triple captain on him this week as well, so if you have the chip still, I would again advise you to use it. Going into Game Week 24, I'm expecting to line up with Raya in goal, followed by Trent, Gabriel and Hall in defence. The Arsenal double against City attack that seems to have found its feet again is not ideal, but these games have been cagey affairs of late, so there is always a chance of a low-scoring game. The midfield lines up with Palmer playing a weak West Ham team at home. And Mbeumo also has a home fixture against one of the worst defences in the league in Spurs, who just lost to a struggling Leicester. Salah has the captain's armband, and Morgan Rogers makes a 4-man midfield for Villa's fixture against Wolves. This could also be Justin Kluivert by the deadline. I'll have to weigh up the more difficult fixture versus the player that's in more form at the moment. And finally, 3 up front this week, with Gakpo joining Isak and Wood in the front line for their fixtures against Brighton and Fulham. That's all for today's recap, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, share it with your FPL buddies, and of course subscribe for more content. Drop your thoughts, transfers and questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your strategy for the double game week. I'll be back for more updates, tips and strategies for the upcoming game weeks. Best of luck with your teams, and let's keep aiming for that FPL Pinnacle. See you in the next one.